this market has a lot of elements. A lot of people are focused on President Trump, but there is so much more going on underneath. Now, some people are really worried and they think this market is about to crash, but there is so much tailwind that it's going to blow your mind. So I want to give you some of those opportunities so you are well prepared for 2026. Hello friends, so Wealth Summit is almost here. So as you guys know, it's on November 16th. So we are approaching that date very, very fast. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what do we have planned for Wealth Summit and what kind of things you should keep an eye out for during that day and better prepared for the Wealth Summit. So before I begin, let me remind you guys about the Growth Planner. So this is the 2026 annual planner, and I plan on giving it to all the people who got the ticket that includes the Wealth Planner. As a reminder, not all tickets include the Wealth Planner. So if your ticket says no planner needed, then you're not getting one. Everybody else is getting one. If you need to buy the planner at the summit, or maybe you need to buy additional ones, they will be available for $30. These are pretty good planner. You guys can see, I don't know if you can see it in a video, but pretty thick. Really, really nice planner. It has a lot of stuff. One of the cool things I really like in the planner here towards the end of it, you got these your habit trackers for all 12 months. So this will be, I'm super excited about this one to be able to build some great practices throughout the year. And there are many other planning tools within the planner itself. So I'm looking forward to giving these to you guys at the Wealth Summit. So super excited about that. Now, Wealth Summit typically starts at 9 a.m. in the morning, but obviously 9 a.m. that's when the actual presentation starts. So you want to be there earlier. Bare minimum, you want to be there at 8 o'clock, but this time we're going to open up the doors at 7 o'clock. Now, why is that? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one reason is we have a lot of content and a lot of presentation this year. That means it's going to be action-packed. So we want to make sure everybody's in their chairs by 9 o'clock. So we want to give plenty of time for people to come in, grab breakfast, have tea, coffee, take some pictures, get to know me, get to know everybody else. So this is a perfect time. So we're going to open up the doors at 7 a.m. in the morning. So some of you guys who are early risers, you want to come and enjoy, please do come. Earlier you come, the better it is. So that way you can connect with more people. So that's one reason. The second reason is you guys know that I run a financial coaching program. And in that coaching program, I teach people how to think about markets, think about, companies, think about valuation, think about, headwinds, tailwinds, what's happening in the market, what's slowing it down, what's giving it a push, all that kind of good stuff. And that coaching program, whether that is the right thing for you or not, it's kind of a very personal in nature. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to invite one of our volunteer coach, which is Anidya Bhai, and he's really good. I think many of you guys, know him, especially if you are on my WhatsApp group. So he will be there. So that way you guys can chat with him and get his take on it. And number two, the people who are already in the coaching program, they're joining the Wealth Summit as well. So I'm going to put a special table for them. So that way you can ask about their experience. What do they feel? What did they learn? What's the value of the coaching program? That way you better understand what this program offers you. So I think if you want to meet with all these people, another great reason for you to come to Wealth Summit early and connect with them, because rest of the day it gets super busy. And then obviously you'll have plenty of time in lunchtime and afternoon as well. So I'm not saying that if you don't come early, you're not going to get to meet with them. I'm just saying earlier you come, the better it is. So that's reason number two. And the reason number three is you can imagine 600 people are coming to Wealth Summit. So there are going to be a lot of people. I want to make sure everybody's able to get proper breakfast. Everybody has a chance to meet with everyone, So that's why also it's important that if I can have people come in a little bit earlier, then the people coming in late, they won't have to stand in line to grab the breakfast. So that's my reason number three. And the reason number four is raffles. So you guys know that every year at the Wealth Summit, we try to do some interesting raffles. So this year, different vendors are different one. I'll share one of them with you guys. We have Keller Williams from a real estate world. They will be at the Wealth Summit, and Javita ji and Deepak Arora ji will be raffling iPad Air. So really nice iPad. So all you have to do is go early morning there, grab a raffle, and at the end of the day, we'll raffle it to somebody. So somebody's going to walk out with iPad Air. If you, one of the mortgage guy, Gaurav, he had a mortgage company called Doma Loans, and I think he is raffling off a 75-inch Samsung Smart TV. So once again, go to his booth, grab a raffle ticket as well. So I gave you plenty of reasons why you want to come in early, so that way there's no lines. And all the other vendors are doing something similar. They have different things going on, but I'm not going to bore you with all those details. But just want to kind of give you an idea that you want to come in early, visit them, grab your raffle tickets, so that way You don't have to worry about it. Then, once we are all settled in, I'm going to open up the Wealth Summit around 9 o'clock. And then we have presentations after presentations. So what we have done is this year, we have structured the earlier part of the day into more tax planning aspects of things. So that way, those of you guys who are high income earners, maybe you're low wage earners, retirees, students, all that kind of, regular income, what kind of strategies out there to reduce your taxes. So Sanjeev ji will be talking about taxes. And then we have many other vendors that we have invited this year who will be talking about some different strategies that you might be able to take advantage of. So that's going to be the morning part. And then comes the lunch part, right? From 1 to 2 o'clock. As usual, Sanjeev ji have worked very hard to come up with a great menu. So I think you guys are going to all enjoy the lunch. But my biggest challenge is I need to make sure all 600 people are fed within 1 hour. It is very, very hard to do. So I'm still working with the vendor to come up with some arrangements to make sure that happens. But I need your help to make that happen. So please keep that in mind. We want to be, let's say if the lunch starts at 12:30, we have 1 hour to have lunch. And then after that, we got to be back for all the rest of the presentations. So in the afternoon, we're going to focus more on planning aspects of things, financial planning, estate planning, retirement planning, asset protection, real estate, and investments too, by the way. So later part of the day, like I think after 4 o'clock, we're primarily focused on investments. What kind of opportunities out there? I'll give you a couple of examples since we're talking. Many people I meet, especially when I did a real estate webinar a couple of weeks ago, people say like, Deepakji, we already own real estate. We got real estate. We have a property. Our problem is these properties are not making us any money. They're not cash flow positive. Is there anything we can do about these properties? And most people don't make money out of their properties is because they have a lot of overhead. For example, they have to pay heavy in taxes. They have to pay maintenance. They have HOAs. They sometimes even have to pay utilities and the repairs. So you add up all those expenses at the end, and I'm not even counting your mortgage just yet. I'm just counting all those expenses. You have all of those expenses. All of a sudden, the property is not making you any money. Even let's just say if the property is pretty much paid off, or have a very little mortgage on it. So this year we have a special gentleman, Matt. He will be talking about how you might be able to take advantage of commercial properties and not have to deal with any of that headache and still earn a good return. And the idea is that you take your known cash flow positive property and turn it into a cash flow positive property. I think a lot of you guys will be interested in that. Another example I can give you is a lot of people are worried about immigration this year. So I specifically asked somebody who specializes in EB-5 projects, okay, and very successful guy. He doesn't really need to do this, but he's been doing projects for so long that I think you'll be super excited to meet with him. One of the problems I see with EB-5 projects is they oftentimes don't give any good return. So that's the challenge. So I think at the Wealth Summit, when you meet with this guy and what he has to offer, you will be quite impressed. So that's another opportunity. And then a lot of other presentations. I'm not going to go into details, but what I do want to talk about is towards the end of the day, let's say around maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, I will talk about how did I navigate 2025. Now, people in the coaching program, they've been with me for the entire year now, so they have seen it in making me make these decisions live. But I'm going to kind of share with you how I felt at each stage throughout the year, how I navigated that market, what kind of outcome did we get. And then I'll tell you a little bit more about our coaching program as well, so you can have a better understanding. And then, like I said, you don't really need to know that about me from me. I think you'll be better served knowing about the program from the people who are in the program. I think that's when you really get to understand the real value. Me trying to tell you anything means nothing, right? Maybe I'm just another guy trying to make you a sale. Not important. I think if you want to learn about the program, you're better off talking to people who are in the program. I think they can really convey to you what they're learning. And then at the end of the day, after I tell you, how did we manage 2025 and how I think 2026 is going to play out, what kind of things I'm keeping an eye out for, what might be happening in the market. See, this market has a lot of elements. A lot of people are focused on President Trump, but there is so much more going on underneath. Now, some people are really worried and they think this market is about to crash, but there is so much tailwind that it's going to blow your mind. So I want to give you some of those opportunities so you are well prepared for 2026. So I'm going to be sharing all of that at the end of the day. So keep an eye out for that. And then we're going to open it up for Q&A session for about 2 hours. I will be there. Sanjeev ji will be there. All the other vendors going to be there. And you get to ask your questions live. So don't be hesitant, bring your questions with you and take advantage of the opportunity. Now, all the vendors, including myself, will be available the entire day. And we don't charge you for consultation that day. So if you have a question, you want to get to know us, you want to set up an appointment, whatnot, that's your day. You can come talk to any one of us. So you have 3 times when you can really take advantage of meeting with everybody at the Wealth Summit. Number one is the morning. So take advantage of that from 7 to 9. That's your time where, for 2 hours, if you're an early bird, then that's your time. If you're wondering about the coaching program, you're wondering about finance, you're wondering about EB5, real estate, all that kind of issues that you might be dealing with, that's the time to come talk in the morning. Then lunchtime, grab your lunch and then be free and then talk to us. And then in evening, like I said, from 6:30 to almost 8:30 will be Q&A session. So obviously I would be busy at that time. I'll just give you as an example. And so would all the vendors too, because they will be on the stage. But for example, from my side, Anidya will be there. Some of the members from the coaching program will be there. You can go talk to them, ask them your questions. Similarly, for other vendors, their staff will be there as well. For example, Keller William, their staff will be there. From Doma Loans, their staff will be there. Swapna Antur, who is our estate planning attorney this year at the Wealth Summit, her staff will be there. Corporate attorney staff will be there. And then all the other specialists who are coming to the event, their staff will be there as well. So you get to ask all of your questions at that time. So you got those 3 windows when you can ask a question. So if you kind of add it all up, you almost got 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, and at least 1 hour in between. So you got minimum 5 hours of Q&A. So keep that in mind. And then the rest of the time, you're just loading up with what kind of opportunities that are out there. Like I just cannot stress enough that this Wealth Summit is going to be the best Wealth Summit we have ever done. There's just so much good content that is blowing my mind. And then so much good lineup of different vendors and so many opportunities. And honestly speaking, I'm super excited about giving you guys this particular planner. I think you guys are going to fall in love, and going forward, you're going to ask me this every year that, hey, when are we getting the next year copy? So keep that in mind. So how can you help me? Very simple. Talk to your friends, talk to your family members, talk to your neighbors, let them know that you're going to Wealth Summit, and ask them to come with you. And let me know that you invited them there. It means so much to me, so much to Sanjeev, so much to everyone else. See, to put this Wealth Summit together, it takes a lot of effort. And when people tell us that our effort is appreciated, we feel good. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. So please do share it with other people. We only have few tickets left now at this point. I think maybe 100, 125 tickets left. There's only 500 seats in the hall, so most tickets are already gone. We will have a professional photographer that day, by the way, so do take advantage of that as well. So if you want to take some, headshots for your professional pictures and whatnot, then please dress up and take advantage of that. He will be available whole day long to take your pictures as well. Now, if you still have a question, you want to talk to me, send me a message on WhatsApp. My number is 510-435-7368. 510-435-7368. As you can imagine, for the next 10 days, I'll be super busy, but still, I find time to respond back to my WhatsApp. So don't call me, don't text me. WhatsApp is the best way to get hold of me. And if you're not part of my WhatsApp group and you want to become a part of WhatsApp group, then just let me know that you would like to be added to WhatsApp group. But keep that in mind. I don't like people who are into sales profession. Like if you're already selling something, then don't become part of the WhatsApp group, because I want it to be very organic, very authenticated. We don't talk about anything but finance. That's it. That's the only goal we have. There's no sales pitches, no selling there, no recruiting there, no referrals there. None of that stuff. It's pure just learning finance. That's all we do there. So I have a coaching program, which is paid program, and then this is a free program. So you have an advantage of both of them. But hey, we'll talk more about that at the Wealth Summit. Again, it's on November 16th. So I will see you there. And, I'm super excited to welcome you and having a fun day with you guys. See you there.